People are freaking out about how the ranked system works in FragPunk and the ranked protection, and yet they don't even fully understand it. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and there's been a lot of talk about how exactly this ranked system works in FragPunk, mainly the ranked protection part of it. So I'm here to break it all down and explain how it currently works after a few patches and fixes. But before I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all things FragPunk. And let's start with the basics, the ranks themselves. From bottom to top, you have bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, master, and punk master. That's 7 different ranks with 5 sub-tiers going from 5 to 1, with 1 being the highest in each rank. People have climbed these ranks with ease, and some of them are now complaining that it was too easy. Meanwhile, I'm down here in mid-diamond struggling to move up now. Granted, I am playing on controller, so I may be doing it to myself. But let me first start off by saying, I don't think it's too easy. The problem is, everyone speedran the fucking ranks in the first week of the game that it made it so lopsided with the player base. So yeah, at the start of the game, it's going to seem top heavy with more people in the top ranks of the game. I'm not going to say this is normal, but it's not surprising. People just 5-stack on a new game to say that their team was the first to this or the best at this, or whatever the case may be. It's just how gaming is these days. We keep comparing the rank distribution of this game to a game that's been out for years, and you just can't do that. It's not fair. So I'm not saying that this rank system is perfect, not saying that it doesn't have its own problems that need to be fixed, but it being too easy isn't one of them. You might not even be shocked to know that some of these top players abuse the system a little to get where they are. So within the rank system is rank protection points. These points accumulate to then help you avoid catastrophic losses of ranked points every single time you lose. Now, there has been a lot of misunderstanding, and I've been told a lot of wrong information about how this system works. So I'm going to try to set the record straight after I went through and found out how the system works for myself. When you load up a game of standard Shard Clash, unranked, doesn't matter if you win that game or you lose, you will gain +1 rank protection point. And when you play a ranked game, win or lose, you will gain +2 rank protection points. Now, there used to be an exploit to this system where you could just load up a game against bots, back out, get your +1, but that has since been fixed. So now you could play up to, say, 30 Shard Clash unranked games, win or lose, and bank 30 protection points, which I believe is where it caps out. And if you're not familiar with where to see those rank protection points, you can view them at the end of a match on the first screen in the top right, as you can see from the screenshot here. On the ranked side, if you played 15 games in a row, you'd bank the same amount of points. The problem is with playing ranked is you would have to win all 15 of those in a row to avoid having those rank protection points used when you lost one of the games. Now, these rank protection points keep accumulating until you hit the max of 30, or you lose a game and currently have 10 or more rank protection points. If you lose a ranked game and you only have 9 protection points or less, nothing happens. You still have those 9 points, then you'll get +2 more and you'll be at 11 or +2 to whatever you had before, and you'll still lose the normal amount of points, which for me is around 20 or so points per loss in Diamond 3. However, if you have 10 or more and you lost a ranked game, you would lose whatever you would normally lose minus however many ranked points you had at 10 or more. So let's say, for example, I had 30 ranked protection points and I go in and I lose a ranked game where I was supposed to lose 20, I would then lose nothing and have 10 rank protection points left over. So theoretically, it would be possible to climb to the top rank with a negative win rate. And I'm not just talking like 45% win-loss. You could get there in the low 30s or possibly even lower. But, and this is a big but, the time it would take you to do this would be ridiculously long, because each standard match, let's say at best, if you went 4 and out and won as fast as possible, would take you around 10 minutes to do a game. And that's including queue time, picking cards, and all that stuff. Which means if I were to lose 20 points on average to stay safe from losing hardly anything, I would have to go play 20 Shard Clash games, which could take around 3 to 4 hours. Then go and play 1 ranked game and hope that I don't lose everything right from the start. So if anyone is actually still doing this, it would just be a huge chunk of time, and I truly don't think that there's enough time in this season or split or chapter or whatever you want to call it to make a huge impact on the rank system. So for other streamers and creators to say that this is a huge problem and blow it out of proportion is just ridiculous. Now, I don't agree with being able to stack rank protection points by playing non-ranked games, but it's certainly not abusable to the extent that they make it seem like it is. So number one fix I would say to ranked, that would have to go. You need to get rid of accumulating rank protection points by playing unranked games. The next part of ranked that people complain about is the stacking, and you'll hear a lot of people saying that in the high ranks, you shouldn't be able to have this many in a stack, or you should only be able to have this many, and it should only be 5 stacks for solos and duos. Or they start comparing it to Valorant, saying, oh, in Valorant you can only 5 stack, or in Valorant you can only do this, or in Valorant and Radiant and above you can do this. Stop comparing this game to Valorant. Every time we keep comparing this game to another game, we're putting this game at a disadvantage. And yeah, I'm guilty of it too. When this game first came out, I straight up said it's just Valorant with Monopoly community chest cards and chance cards. That was mostly a meme though. These people are actually serious when they're comparing it and saying, in Valorant, it's like this, so in FragPunk, we should do this too. But if FragPunk did all the same stuff as Valorant, nobody would want to play FragPunk because they could just go play Valorant. Personally, I couldn't care less how many people you're playing with in a stack. And also, I don't understand how if you're going to allow a 5 stack, what the problem is with 3 or 4 stack. I think the main thing that needs to happen is the party size should be a higher priority in matchmaking, so that as a solo player or a duo player, I'm not playing against a 5 stack or a 4 stack. That's all I ask. Stopping people from 3 and 4 stacking just makes no sense. There could also be an extra rank to help split up the player base and increase the skill gap, and then we need a system that rewards good play. So if I end up MVP on my team but we lose, I should lose a lot less than the guy who went 0-5 on the bottom of the leaderboard. I won't get into how much I should lose or how much they should lose, because that branches into a whole other discussion, but I should definitely lose less. And the same goes for the team that wins. The MVP on that team should gain more points than the guy at the bottom of their leaderboard. That's just fair. But realistically, the current rank system isn't that bad, all things considered, and certainly not as bad as some of these people are making it out to be. Sure, some changes need to be made, and I'm sure they'll make those changes as needed, but I think everyone needs to take a step back and stop freaking out over the very first season of ranked. A lot of these players are in the top 1000 or top 500, and they fail to realize that for casual players, like probably most of you watching are, climbing the ranks is not easy. It's already a challenge. They're trying to cater it to be a challenge for them without thinking about the majority of the player base. Not saying we need more people in Master, or Punk Master, or even Diamond, but changes to the rank system affects all players, not just the top 500. I'm sort of scared to see such a familiar trajectory with this game, because day in and day out, it's following in the same footsteps of X-Defiant. I just hope that in the end it doesn't have the same fate. But what rank are you, and what changes to the rank system would you make, and why? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.